of creating this Agroclimate Research Center, and this department is doing very good. Thanks for your support in granting Center of Excellence, and my hearty welcome to you, madam. Because of paucity of time, we would like to hear from you more. So I'll do all the other honors later. Now I request you to give your talk, madam. Thank you so much again.
Good morning. Here, we even 2024 both were reached 1.5 degree, which is the upper cap put up during the Paris Agreement. We need to limit our Earth's temperature, and if we really see the way the weather predictions are, we are going to get even warmer in the years to come. So how do we prepare our communities, our nation as a whole, to deal with such kind of weather events which has a direct correlation with so many things, be it our agriculture productivity, be it like strong nexus of climate change with food security, availability of water, and also from the economic perspective as well, because it has a direct impact on the you can say employment. It really disrupts the entire economic, social ecosystem of a particular place, which bears the maximum brunt of these weather events. So I must say Department of Science and Technology, which is the backbone of India in terms of driving the research, development and innovation in the country, was really picked up to drive one of the out of the 8 national missions which were coined way back in say 2010, somewhere around 2010. Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, the nodal ministry, which is driving multiple initiatives to prepare India to deal with the adversities of the climate change, to enhance its preparedness, and also come out with the whole ecosystem for India to deal with it. So DST is entrusted with driving 2 of the key national missions, with one is sustaining the Himalayan ecosystem, a national mission. The second national mission happens to be national mission on creating the knowledge, the scientific knowledge behind the climate change, the strategic knowledge of climate change. These are the 2 missions which are driving, and apart from that, each ministry is actually vested with driving the respective missions, like Greening India, or we have water mission, as well as then we have a coastal also. So all these missions are actually underway. And so first comes, how do we really skill the people, create and empower institutions for that particular domain. So it is first is like we have created a strong network of Center for Excellences across the country in both divisions. Currently the another 30 state climate change have also really supported 39 major R&D projects. We call it MRDPs, and through our various programs of capacity building, outreach, training, we have been able to really reach out to our various programs and touch upon close to 7.5 lakh of people. So what we have done in 2010, if you say there was no climate science kind of a community, research community, we have created that critical mass of researcher communities, created a dedicated network of institutions, and during today, and the knowledge and the insights one will gain will go a long way, because if that kind of a model could be replicated across all the states and the villages, and I think then we can also inform our state climate change cells to take a lead, and subsequent to that we will also organize some similar kind of events on this. And one aspect I would like to highlight, recently DST along with 2 of its institutes from IIT Mandi and IIT Guwahati along with think tank C-Step based of Bangalore. They have taken a study along with this development agency wherein 690 districts of India have been mapped as per IPCC framework 14, which is targeting two of the extreme events, which is droughts and floods. And they have mapped these risk assessment has been done, and 11 districts have been found to be having dual risk of both floods and droughts. 91 districts are at the highest high drought risk, 51 districts at the high flood risk. I think one could really take the insights and the findings of these report to come also factor in, and the roadmap is really devised at the village level. Apart from this, now we also need to enable our village community to really adopt technology, because we see the penetration of mobile has increased, and in terms of internet, so smartphones, how app-based, data-driven kind of knowledge, informatics, evidence for whether it's for the weather forecasting, for health of the soil, or even like any other which can really influence and make our villagers more informed about and be more prepared. So if that also could be really woven into the roadmap, how technology adoption at villagers level who may not be so much well educated, so skilling and empowering through various outreach programs to deal with the newer and new age applications which are useful and also user friendly in a way, that should also be incorporated. So with these, I must thank also my you can say team within our division in DST, Dr. Swati Jain, Dr. Sushila Negi, we have a new addition, Dr. Vandana Singh. They have done a really tireless efforts in driving these two national missions from DST side, and happy to share that we are all women team who are driving the climate change activities within DST, and good to note at TNAU also it's led by a woman, and women are playing a critical role in dealing with climate change. And when we talk about roadmap, it should be development led, inclusive and sustainable roadmap which actually becomes a climate ready for climate ready India. So with these words, I once again send my heartfelt wishes to the entire organizing team who have really thought of this very pertinent topic and a pressing need, and going down at the village level to really empower and make India much more resilient in terms of climate change. So it will be really a path-taking work, and we look forward for this roadmap to really incorporate, replicate and scale up for a larger benefit for India as a whole. So thank you. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Madam, for the great insights that you have given. It's wonderful to listen to you. 93. Since then, we have been closely coordinating with the DST, and we have been getting a lot of benefits through great projects from DST. We have been part of this MRD project also, thanks to the entire team, Madam. And we are definitely working with the already created Center of Excellence with IIT Bombay. We are closely working with the creation of climate models and then projecting the future climate. And we are part of the project itself with ACRCs, and we have been in part and everything that we are also doing. And now it is great that we have been given the Center of Excellence for Climate Resilient Agriculture. And we have now like the partners from, not only partners, the experts from all over India we have invited. And today is going to be an excellent day because we have divided into 7 thematic areas. For example, climate, how to make the people climate resilient, how to take the people seed and breed smart, everything on smart, water smart, and then market smart, and then carbon smart. Like that, we have created 7 different themes. Morning they will be discussing on the thematic areas. In the afternoon, these thematic areas will get disintegrated, and then they will work on the zonation level. Tamil Nadu has got 7 agroclimatic zones. So each zone, they will come, the experts from different people who have share their knowledge in the morning. They will come at the zone level. So we just would like to concentrate what will be a specific kind of technologies that can be taken to the level, and we can scale it up. That's one thing. Madam, we already are working to create 385 climate resilient village, one per block, so that it could be a scalable model. Now this one village will be pilot tested in each of the blocks. So 385 villages we are targeting. We already have identified, we are doing the baseline analysis, we are projecting the future, and this particular today's meeting will give us a great kind of an insight about what things to be done in each of the zone and each of the block. That is the thing, madam. And your team, especially in DST, they are very, very cooperative. I have to really acknowledge your support, Swati Jain madam's support, and Sushila Nagi is traveling with us for a very long time, and even all the other people, and they were so cordial. At this particular point of time, I also would like to acknowledge Dr. Akhilesh Gupta, who was kingpin between in the earlier days to create real worthy programs, and also Ravindranath sir has given me a lot of insights, madam. Thank you so much, madam, for taking your time off.
Just wanted to add, although none of us could be present physically for this really very important event of today's, nonetheless we are joined and united by the technology.
It is to reach all the 80 lakh farmers. We are working towards that, madam, and we are trying to address at least 12 SDGs in our programs. Thank you so much, madam. It was wonderful to listen to you.
So just when I started my career, my first visit from DST was to Coimbatore. DST Coimbatore, and in fact, in my earlier role, we have supported incubator at TNAU. So I think Coimbatore is a really very good intellectual capital as well. So you really need to harness that in the most optimal way.
We are not able to come today, but we always welcome you whenever you get a chance to pass by this town. We would love to have you, madam. Thank you so much,
madam. Thank you. And once again, my best wishes to one and all.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you. So
on the dais for lighting the lamp.
To welcome our respected and beloved Madam Dr. Geeta Lakshmi, the first women Vice Chancellor of an Agriculture University in India, former Director of Crop Management and former Head of ACRC, to this momentous occasion of the Silver Jubilee of ACRC, and also kickstart meeting of the Center of Excellence for Climate and Disaster Resilient Agriculture. And her exceptional leadership and extraordinary contribution have been pivotal in shaping the success of ACRC. And also the Center of Excellence Center of Excellence is the Madam's brainchild and also Madam's dream project. So it is a dedicated, her committed the proposal, immediately Madam approved. Thank you so much Madam for honoring us with your presence. So once again I welcome the respected Vice Chancellor, Periyar University, Dr. Jagannathan sir. And Head of the Climate, Energy and Sustainable Technology Division, DST government, for accepting our invitation and to deliver the felicitation address. So once again I welcome all the three directors. Extend a warm welcome to our beloved director. Okay. Sorry. Okay, next I would like to extend a warm welcome to our beloved Director ODL Balasubramaniam. He is the PI of this Center of Excellence scheme. Thank you sir for your continuous support. In this Silver Jubilee year, Silver Jubilee year, we reflect on the remarkable journey of Agroclimatic Research Center over the 5 days. You are going to join the panel discussion in different small group in the workshop. Once again, I welcome and look forward to celebrating the legacy of ACRC together with all of you. Thank you so much.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Periyar University, Salem, and former Professor and Head, served from 19th April 2004 to 22nd November 2009 in the department. He is a distinguished agricultural scientist with over 36 years of experience at TNAU. As an expert in crop simulation models and weather forecasting, he was a pioneer in developing closer AWS network establishment in Tamil Nadu. A student-friendly person who is still guiding students in light.
So now it's time to honor November 2014, a distinguished expert in agrometeorology whose contributions have significantly advanced climate-smart agriculture. A key player in developing customized weather-based agro-advisories, an instrumental in climarized projects and climate change adaptations in rice productions. A contributor to the weather-based crop insurance schemes. In recognition of her outstanding contributions, she has been conferred with the titles of Fellow of Agrometeorology, Fellow of the Indian Meteorological Society
2014 and 22nd January 2019 to 7th March 2019. And currently as the Dean of Students Welfare, she has played a pivotal role in shaping the academic and professional growth of numerous students.
Madam, ready? Department.
Management, intercropping and sustainable agriculture with significant contributions to cassava, rice, maize-based systems and in Tamil Nadu under an automated weather forecast system.
Sir, ready? Sir.
Ma'am, to honor Mr. Selvaraj and Mr. Rajan also for serving as observer over multiple decades in our department.
Sir, ready? Sir. Sir, ready? Sir. Sir, reading for. Okay.
So really it's give me a immense pleasure to stand before you to explain about the project activities. So it's a center of excellency on climate and disaster resilient agriculture. Here the project coordinator is our respected Vice Chancellor Madam. Then the principal investigators, myself and Dr. Ravindran, Director of Research. So it is funded by the Center of Excellency, DST. So actually the duration is 5 years. The budget allotted is 7 crores 29 lakhs. So the main objective is to augment access to multiple sources of data, statistics and indicators for better understanding of the climate risk and vulnerability of agriculture sector under current and future climate. So here we are having this inventory and historical weather data by gathering the historical data from non-conventional as well as conventional source. And also we are querying the data, then we are making the big data analysis. Then we are having a project feature climate. Then we are going to have a fine scale projection predicting the extreme weather events. Then we are going to have the service that developing the representative agriculture pathways, then climate risk on major food systems, then vulnerability and risk assessment. Then the second objective is to build a profitable and sustainable food system that meet increasing the demand in the face of climate change through climate smart agriculture technologies for South India. So we are going to, as Madam in the inaugural address, Madam told something about the various smart, weather smart, water smart, seed breeder smart, nutrient smart, labor smart and carbon smart, risk transfer smart and market institution smart. So these smarts that we are going to have a discussion in the panel after this formal inauguration. Then the third objective is we are going to have to enhance the capacity for implementing mainstreaming and upscaling the climate smart agriculture among the farmers and development agencies. So here we are going to, in the first step, we are going to establish the Regional Climate Technology Center. Then we are going to train to climate smart village concept. Then the fourth one is to provide the evidence-based information for strengthening the science policy interface for implementing the climate smart agriculture at scale level. So this is the in nutshell about the project.
Thank you, sir, for highlighting.
Good morning to everyone. Little did we know, expected the guest that we all gathered here after 25 years. It is a long time. But I feel it happened just yesterday. So 25 years ago, there was a small department of agriculture meteorology was started with a very little, cute, beautiful, vigilant assistant professor and our present Vice Chancellor, and also with my teacher, Dr. T.N. So from there, it has grown leaps and bounds. So it has started with the conventional concepts to the level, now we have gone for social responsibility or giving the climate and weather smarts to the villages and to the level of individual farmers. So that much it has grown. So I think this ACRC has grown such a taller, Chancellor of TNAU and Dr. Jagannathan and Dr. TNP sir, like so all the stalwarts have done such a big thing, isn't it? The life is very busy with all of us. I know that everyone is busy here, but we all have the gathering here today here that shows we have a time for what is very important. We have a time for what is the loved one. We have a time which is for a passion. We have a time which we like to take part in most of the things. That is why all of us sitting here today. So this passion has created one of the best renowned faculty in TNAU, and that faculty has given 2 Vice Chancellors, 1 Director and 1 Dean to TNAU. I'm sure it will grow in longer way, because I know the knowledge should be powered by technology, and technology power should be powered by innovations. A lot of innovation, young minds are sitting here, and I have no doubt this ACRC is going to see another golden jubilee or diamond jubilee or platinum jubilee in years to come. Not only that, this has achieved to the level of getting a Center of Excellency, thanks to DST, and thanks to the effort that are taken by our Vice Chancellor, Madam. So, in that, also I know smartest people are going to discuss about the smart things in the afternoon. So, a lot of happening is going to have technically, and hope you all enjoy the day with all professional output today and years to come. And all the very best from my side. And thanks for the opportunity given. Thank you so much.
அவங்க இன்றைக்கு அந்த மையத்துக்கும் நல்லா முன்னேற்றி இந்த பல்கலைக்கழகமே இந்தியாவிலேயே ஒரு முதன்மை பல்கலைக்கழகமாக வருவதற்காக பணி செய்துள்ளார். ஸோ அவரது பணி என்பது போற்றுதலுக்குரியது, பாராட்டுக்குரியது. அடுத்ததாக இந்த பாலசுப்ரமணியம் அவர்கள் ஆஸ்திரேலியாவிலிருந்து ரெயின்மேன் என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய மென்பொருளை கொண்டு வந்தார். அதன் மூலம் வரும் காலநிலை எவ்வாறு இருக்கும், அந்த காலநிலை என்பதை முன்கூட்டி அறிவிக்கும். அது செய்து வந்தார். வரும் நாட்களுக்கு எவ்வாறு இருக்கும் என்பது அதுக்கு இது முதல் புள்ளியல் அடிப்படையில் இருக்கும் இந்த ரெயின்மேன் என்பது. ஆனால் இயற்பியல் பௌதிகத்தை அடிப்படையாக கொண்டு வெதர் மாடலிங் ஃபோர்காஸ்ட் என்று சொல்லக்கூடியது அதிலே தேர்ச்சி பெற்றவர் பெரியார் பல்கலைக்கழகத்துடைய வைஸ் சான்சலர் ஜெகநாதன் அவர்கள். ஸோ அவர் பங்கும் அளப்பரியது. அதன் பிறகு வழியாக பன்னீர்செல்வம், ராமநாதன், இப்பொழுது சத்தியமூர்த்தி என்ற பட்டியல் நீள்கிறது. சிறப்பாக பணி செய்துள்ளார்கள் அனைவரும், இதில் எந்தவித சந்தேகமும் இல்லை. அடுத்தது என்னன்னா, காலநிலை மாற்றத்தினாலே சில வருடங்கள் மழை, சில வருடங்கள் மழை இல்லாத நிலையெல்லாம் ஏற்படுகிறது. அப்பொழுது அனைவருக்கும் உணவு என்பது கேள்விக்குறியாகின்றது. இந்த காலையில் நம்ம மாநிலம் மட்டுமல்ல, தேசம் மற்றும் உலகத்திற்கே உணவு கொடுக்க வேண்டிய நிலை. ஸோ அதற்காக ஆராய்ச்சிகள் மேற்கொள்ள வேண்டும். பொதுவாக இந்த அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் படிக்கிறவங்களாம் ஆட்சி பணிக்கு செல்கின்றார்கள். அது தலைமை செயலாளராக இருக்கட்டும், போலீஸினுடைய தலைமைபதியாக இருக்கலாம், இந்த அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் படித்தவங்க தான். ஆனால் எதிர்காலங்களிலே இதை படித்து இந்தியாவை ஒரு சிறந்த வேளாண் நாடாக மாற்ற வேண்டும். அதற்கு அவருடைய பங்களிப்பு இருக்க வேண்டும் என்று எதிர்பார்க்கின்றேன். வேலைக்கு எங்கேயும் தேடி போக வேண்டாம். கோவிட் காலங்களிலே 2 கடைகள் தான் திறந்து இருந்தன, மற்ற எல்லா கடையும் மூடிட்டாங்க. ஒரு கடை மளிகை கடை, இன்னொன்று காய்கறி கடை. ஸோ அதுவே சான்று. சார் வேளாண்மை போரும் சுழன்றும் ஏற்பிதன் உரம் பின் உடந்தும் உழவை தலை என்று வள்ளுவர் கூறியுள்ளார். ஸோ வேளாண்மை தான் சிறந்த பணி, அதில் எந்த சந்தேகமும் இல்லை. ஸோ இதில் அனைவருடைய பங்களிப்பு இருக்க வேண்டும். அதற்கு வழிகாட்டியாக இந்த பல்கலைக்கழகம் இருக்கும் என்பது எனக்கு எந்தவித ஐயமும் இல்லை. காலம் கருதி என் உரை இத்துடன் முடித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். நன்றி பாராட்டி விடைபெறுகின்றேன். அனைவருக்கும் நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Dr. R. Jagannathan sir and all other participants. A warm greetings to all. As an alumni of this university, I have seen the development of ACRC, Agroclimate Research Center, with the start of Department of Agricultural Meteorology 25 years back. It's a great transformation. And if you see the achievements of ACRC in terms of development of technologies for the farmers, policymakers, administrators, or in terms of education in offering degrees, undergraduation and post-graduations, and the extension service, is really exemplary. As Dr. Maragadam Madam told, this ACRC not only developed great technologies, useful technologies, but also produced internationally renowned scientists. The example is our Vice Chancellor Madam, and some of the scientists work here or with the FAO. Thus, it has played a major role not only for the Tamil Nadu state but also through the India level and global level. The major technologies developed may be advisory services or any weather forecast model like automated agro advisory service, block level medium range weather forecast, or the district level location specific seasonal weather forecast. Definitely it helped the stakeholders, the farmers, administrators and policy makers to take appropriate action to sustain the sugarcane agriculture in all the crops, including my crop sugarcane. Sugarcane, it is very highly vulnerable to climate change because of its very long duration. Now it is a 12 months crop, and generally the farmers take 2 to 4 runs. So the crop remains in the field for 5 years, minimum 4 to 5 years, and exposed to different biotic and abiotic stresses. These stresses are recently induced by the climate change. I would like to mention only one example due to time constraint, how the climate change affected the sugarcane and sugar production. Not only that, the related sectors, how they have changed, how the government has to change the policy to manage this situation. In the year 2023-24, there was a very large dry spell starting from August 23 to nearly April, May 24, and the temperature was high. Of course, a slight increase in temperature may not affect the sugarcane because it is a C4 plant, but the prolonged drought and the dry weather, it affected the growth and development of the sugarcane. So the Ministry of Agriculture, they predicted that at least a 10 to 15% reduction in the sugarcane yield. Sugarcane is a very politically volatile, very sensitive crop, like that of the onion and potato. So the government has intervened and they stopped the export of sugar. They restricted the use of sugar for diversion into ethanol because to stabilize the price in the domestic market. If the export is banned, the factories will be in deep trouble as they may not have the liquid money for spending and paying to the farmers. On the other hand, the ambitious ethanol blending program, as envisaged by our Honorable Prime Minister, to reach 20% blending in 2025 and 30% blending in 2030, was hampered. So, the climate effect on the sugarcane not only affect the sugarcane and sugar production, and the downline, all the related sectors were also affected. But in the same time, due to again the climate change, we get a very unexpected, unpredicted high rainfall during October. The scenario has totally changed. The sugarcane started growing and we got the normal yield. Of course, the expected yield was sugar production in the Maharashtra is 10.5 million tons, and we got numerically little higher sugar production in that case. Again, the government policy has changed. They have opened the export market and the diversion of sugar into ethanol. So, it is very essential that we should predict the climate change in advance and prepare ourselves for any eventuality, so that we can have a sustainable agricultural production system. The deliberations of this workshop will form a model for other states to have such a program to develop a roadmap for the individual states. Finally, I wish the great success of the Silver Jubilee celebration and the today workshop. Thank you.
We are working on resilient agriculture. Unless farmers, public, scientists, and all others whatnot, if they are not adhering to the weather, otherwise they will be getting the difficulties. So, be otherwise not provided. Now, I'd like to begin. During 1996, when I was working at the department along with the Present Vice Chancellor Dr. B. Ashwin, we were working very hard day and night for 2 years to bring the Department of Agriculture together. We prepared the document, sent to ICR, DST, Government of Tamil Nadu, whatnot, all sources, but we could not be able to get success. In the meantime, my guide Dr. Shankaran was there. He was also Vice Chancellor. I contacted him, sir, can you help us to start this department? He said no, because if you produce or if you develop your human resource in agriculture technology, who is going to employ those fellows? So he said no to Department of Agriculture Methodology. Then myself and Dr. Vidalashmi were discussing so many times. In the meantime, there was a change in the administration. Dr. Abdul Karim has come. Through Dr. T.V. Karvaldar Raju and Abdul Karim, we were able to establish our department by 1998 November. So this is a hard work done by my team here of the so many fellows are there, Vidalashmi, and we have brought this department. Initially, we have one international scheme on Australia, what Ramanan talked about that. Then we got one international scheme, 5 to 6 national schemes, and one state plan scheme. This was our strength at the time with the limited finance and human resource. But later, when
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Now, I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor to inaugurate TNAU DST chest-sponsored Center of Excellence.
The most respected Jagannathan sir, who is the Vice Chancellor of Periyar University. You know, it's very difficult. Becoming in the same institute, becoming Vice Chancellor is not that great. But breaking the barriers, becoming a Vice Chancellor in conventional university is really great. So we really are fortunate to have our Jagan sir here. We fondly call him as Jagan sir. So I just use that word itself. Then today we have Dr. Balasubramaniam, who is the principal investigator of this DST program. Dr. Kalarani, the Director for Crop Management, and then we have Dr. Govindraj, SBI Director, and then we have Manage Bala, and then we have Ramanan sir. Sir, especially Tamil Nadu Makkal, we are very proud to have you at this momentous occasion. Dr. Satyamurthy, Dr. Deepagaran, Dr. Kokilavani, Aarti Rani, more importantly, my dear friend, Dr. Maragadam. You know, I need to just sequentially remember, and you know, like T.N. Balasubramaniam sir, I'll come to the, generally I'll say, good morning to all of you who have gathered here, including more importantly, the students who are going to be the future pillars, the persons who have travelled from outside, including I'm seeing Dr. Renga sitting here from MS Swaminathan Research Foundation, and Selvi and Anisha Rani, many people, Karud, Balu, everyone who have assembled here. I'm really happy to see all of you. I could see how connected you are with climate. That's why your presence is here today. And I'm really happy to receive all of you. And you know, I just would like to remember, I was working in Agriculture Research Station, Aliyar Nagar. I was posted in Coimbatore based on my request to come to Coimbatore. So I was given an opportunity, and I should fondly remember Dr. S.P. Palniyappan sir, who happened to be my PG and PhD chairperson, who put me into this particular NCMRW scheme, National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting scheme in Agronomy Department. And you know, at that particular time only, Balasubramaniam, T.N. Balasubramaniam sir, who is my mentor, I closely connect with him. In all the time, he is always kind of a very positive person. He is a very kind of a systematic person. He writes everything so that he will not forget. Even if he want to scold me, he will write it on the paper and he will bring it. Sir, I'm remembering those old good memories. And you know, it was that kind of a situation. We both came into the agronomy department together, and we both learned meteorology together. Sir was my mentor, my guide, and you know, I was writing my thesis. He was so supportive. That is the humble beginning from agronomy department. And ipa kuda pathina, the proposal, department proposal, everything, ellame ennoda handwritten la irukum. Appala computer kadayadu. Ore oru computer irukum. Anybody cannot understand Tamil here? Raise your hands. So I'm also comfortable. So, you know, like, whatever computer, டைரக்டரேட் ஆஃப் சாயில் அண்ட் கிராப் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் ஸ்டடீஸில் இருக்கும். சின்னமுத்து சார் தான் அதில் ஆப்ரேட் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பாரு. நான் பக்கத்தில் போய் உட்காந்து ஏக்கலைவன் மாதிரி அவர் என்ன பண்ணுறாரு, எந்த கீயை டச் பண்ணுறாருன்னு பார்த்தே கம்ப்யூட்டர் கற்றுக்கிட்ட காலம். தட் இஸ் அ கிரேஸ் பீரியட், லைக் லேர்னிங் கம்ப்யூட்டர் நாள். என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்டு மரகதமெல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அவங்க ஸ்பெஷலாக கிளாஸ் எல்லாம் போய் கற்றுக்கிட்டாங்க. எங்களுக்கு அந்த அளவெல்லாம் டைம் இல்லை, அந்த அளவு எங்களுக்கு ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸும் இல்லை. ஸோ ஐ ஜஸ்ட் லேர்ன்ட் ஃப்ரம் சின்னமுத்து சார் அண்ட் ஐ ஷுட் தேங்க் ஹிம் ஆல்சோ ஃபார் தட். ஸோ அப்புறம் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எல்லாமே we started feeling that this department should get separated and grow it as agriculture meteorology department. So sir அதை narrate பண்ணாங்க. ஸோ அப்துல் கரீம் வைஸ் சான்சலராக சார் இருக்கும்போது நம்மளுக்கு இந்த அப்ரூவல் வந்துச்சு. ஸோ we were very happy to have separate department for agricultural meteorology, bifurcated from agronomy department. அந்த டைம்ல only two of us were there. Yes, sir, TNB சாரும் நானும் மட்டும்தான். Because learning history is really important and knowing history is very very important when we are celebrating the Silver Jubilee celebrations. So then we started growing really. Once when the Dr. Kuda came to India as a part of this இப்ப நம்ம ராவே ப்ரோக்ராம் சொல்றோம். அப்போ வந்து வில்லேஜ் ஸ்டே ப்ரோக்ராம் இருந்துச்சு, ராவே ப்ரோக்ராம். அதற்கான டிஸ்கஷனுக்காக டாக்டர் குடா, சாம்சல் குடா ஃப்ரம் யூனிவர்சிட்டி ஆஃப் வெஸ்டர்ன் சிட்னி ஹாக்ஸ்பரியில இருந்து இங்க வந்தாரு. We both went, சாரும் நானும் அன்னபூர்ணால போய் மீட் பண்ணோம். That was the dot point which actually brought this scheme on capturing the benefits of seasonal rainfall prediction அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு it's a scheme funded by ACRCs Australia. So that was really a very great point for me because we two people, myself and Dr. R. Selvaraj, now he is in FAO in Italy, and both of us were the scheme scientists and we were given so much of importance, we were given a lot of capacity building. I had an opportunity to get myself trained in climate prediction, especially the seasonal rainfall prediction through Bureau of Meteorology and Research Center. So on the scheme we really had wonderful experience. That was the beginning point. Adukapra there were lots of things happened in between. So we could grow with like for example 2-3 important training programs which we did it for the Sri Lankan people, Sri Lankan irrigation engineers, and we were growing, gradually we were growing. So at one particular point of time TNB sir வந்து ரிட்டையர் ஆகுறாங்க, ஜெகநாதன் சார் வந்து டேக் ஓவர் பண்றாங்க. ஜெகநாதன் சாரோட ப்ளஸ் பாயிண்ட் சொல்லணும்னா, ஒரு 10ஆம் கிளாஸ் பையன்கிட்ட ஏதாவது அவருக்கு தெரியாத ஒரு விஷயம் இருந்ததுன்னா தரையில் இறங்கி உட்காந்து கற்றுட்டு வந்துடுவார். அந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு கிரேட் பர்சனாலிட்டி. அவரோட டாட்டர் வந்து திவ்யா, ஷி வாஸ் டூயிங் BE கம்ப்யூட்டர் சயின்ஸ் அண்ட் ஷி வாஸ் டூயிங் லாட் ஆஃப் மாடலிங். அந்த பிள்ளைகிட்ட உட்காந்து எல்லாத்தையும் படிச்சுட்டு வந்து he set up with we have to also remember வெங்கட் சார், அவரும் சாரும் சேர்ந்து they set up beautifully to WRF model. அந்த WRF model தான் இன்னைக்கும் நம்ம டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல Deepagaran is giving a hand holding support and we are able to predict the future weather for 7 days and more. So அதுக்கு ஒரு பிள்ளையார் சொல்லி போட்டது, அதுக்கு ஒரு விஷயங்களை கையெழுத்து போனது நம்ம ஜெகன் சார் தான். அந்த விஷயத்துல we are very very thankful to you sir. And அப்ப மட்டும் இல்ல, அவர் VC ஆயிட்டாரு, இன்னும் கூட நம்மளோட ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டுக்கு கைட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காரு. he is finding time when there is a will there is a way அப்படின்னு சொல்றது ஜெகநாதன் சார் ஒரு கிரேட்டஸ்ட் எக்ஸாம்பிள் அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். அதுக்கப்புறமா அவருக்கு ஃபாலோ பண்ணி நான் வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறமா ஒரு லாக்குனா என்னன்னா we started MSc Agricultural Meteorology by that. ஆனால் வந்து the takers were very few. அப்போ வந்து மீட்டியாலஜிங்கிறது வந்து not a preferred subject because we used to have only one course in agricultural meteorology. Even today AGR 1 or 2 in the first year second semester நம்மளுக்கு வரும். It's a bit of a dry course. People never realized the importance of that at that particular point of time. So நான் என்ன பண்ணேன்னா, அந்த டைம்ல I had 9 schemes, ஒரு 5 foreign funded schemes and 4 schemes வந்து DST ஒன்று, அதுக்கப்புறம் private agency schemes ஒரு 9 schemes இருந்துச்சு. So we had so many people working with us. Something around 46 SRFs and RAs were engaged in different schemes. எங்களோட சென்டர் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அப்படியே கலகலன்னு இருக்கும். அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு டைம். இட் வாஸ் அ குட் டைம். we had so much of fun flow. அப்பதான் வந்து we introduced, அந்த டைம்ல we introduced யார் வந்து மீட்டியாலஜி படிக்கிறீங்களோ அவங்களுக்கெல்லாம் ஃபெலோஷிப் கொடுக்க போறோம்னு ஒரு ஆஃபர் பண்ணோம். there was so much of interest and enthusiasm among the people and people started looking at the meteorology department and they started coming inside. That's how the manpower, we created some kind of an interest. எனக்கு அப்புறமா வந்து I made a presentation to her and she really appreciated and she gave permission to go forward to it. அதுல தான் வந்து நம்ம 3 கோடி ரூபாய் வந்து agro advisory services, automated agro advisory servicesக்கு வாங்கினோம். அது மட்டும் இல்லாம DST by that time they have created so many missions and climate change was healthy-ஆ இருந்தீங்கன்னா நீங்க வந்து இந்த மாதிரியான உங்களுடைய பழைய சர்வீசஸை கண்டினியூ பண்ணணும். பிகாஸ் இந்த ஏரியாவில் வந்து there are very limited people who have that expertise. Okay, அதே மாதிரி அடுத்தது ராஜன், வீரபத்ரனுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் ராஜன் இண்டக்ட் ஆனாரு. ராஜன் வந்து வீரபத்ரன் வந்து நிறைய கற்றுக்கிட்டு ரொம்ப ரீசென்ட்லி ரிட்டையர் ஆனாரு ராஜன். பட் கீப் யுவர் ஹெல்த் சேஃப். அவர் எங்கேயோ ஒரு ஆக்சிடென்ட்ல விழுந்து கொஞ்சம் கால்லையோ ஹிப்லையோ பிரச்சனை ஆனதுலேருந்து கொஞ்சம் ஸ்லோ டவுன் ஆனாரு. பட் ஹீ இஸ் ஆல்சோ அ சின்சியர் பர்சன். அப்புறம் செல்வராஜ் வந்து இண்டக்ட் ஆகிட்டு அவங்க வந்து பெர்மனன்சியில் வரல. பட் ஆஸ் அ கான்ட்ராக்சுவல் பர்சன் ஹீ ஆல்சோ டிட் லாட் ஆஃப் டெடிகேட்டட் ஒர்க். மை சின்சியர் தேங்க்ஸ் டு ஆல் த அப்சர்வர்ஸ். இப்போ வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அஜித் ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கான். ஐ எம் நாட் சீயிங் ஹிம் எனிவேர் ஹியர். மேபி ஹீ இஸ் த பர்சன் ஒர்க்கிங் பிஹைண்ட் அண்ட் ஹீ மஸ்ட் பி டேக்கிங் சம் அப்சர்வேஷன் எல்லாம். அஜித் இஸ் டூயிங் வெரி குட், நல்லா பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கான் அவனும். இந்த அப்சர்வேஷனுக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். யார் வேணாலும் ஜஸ்ட் எழுதி வச்சுட்டு போகலாம். நேற்று 27.8, இன்னைக்கு 26.8 ரெக்கார்ட் ஆச்சுன்னா இடையில ஒரு நாள் போய் எடுக்கலினா ரெண்டே ஆவரேஜ் பண்ணி போட்ட காலங்களெல்லாம் இருந்திருக்குது. ஸோ அப்படியெல்லாம் இல்லாமல் நிஜமான ரீடிங்ஸ், நிஜமான ரெக்கார்டிங்ஸ் எல்லாம் வேணும். பிகாஸ் this is the base for everything. So அந்த வகையில் your entire job is really wonderful. All the 4 of you including Ajit, I am saying இனி வரக்கூடிய மக்களும் நல்லா பண்ணணும். அடுத்தது என்னோட ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் பற்றி சொல்லியே ஆகணும். நாங்கள் என்னதான் வந்து ஸ்டாஃப் மெம்பர் இருந்தால் கூட ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து இப்போ தட்டி வீசுகிறாங்க, அப்படிதான் சொல்லணும். ஸோ we created, ஸோ ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம் என்னால் பண்ண முடிஞ்ச நல்ல விஷயம் என்னென்னா, ஒரு டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டுக்கு ஃபெலோஷிப் கொடுத்த நாம யூனிவர்சிட்டிக்கே ஃபெலோஷிப் கொடுக்கணும்னு சொல்லி ஒரு எய்ம் எடுத்து I made it possible. 3 years successfully கொண்டு போயிட்டோம். 4th year-க்கு ரெடியாக வச்சிருக்கோம். Definitely this legacy will continue. Even anybody is occupying the chair of vice chancellor, this legacy should continue. One or two students வந்து they went abroad also. மரகதத்தோட ஸ்டூடெண்ட் அவங்க கனடா போனாங்க. என்னோட ஸ்டூடெண்ட் பவிஷ் வந்து ஆஸ்திரேலியா போனோம் 1 year. அண்ட் அதே ப்ரோக்ராமில் விபியோட ஸ்டூடெண்ட் வந்து தியாலா அவங்களும் வந்து ஆஸ்திரேலியா போனாங்க. They successfully done a good job making the flag of TNAU flying in high with the beautiful colors. அதுக்கெல்லாம் நான் வந்து தேங்க்ஸ் சொல்லி ஆகணும். அதே மாதிரி இப்போ இருக்கக்கூடிய ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாருமே நல்லா பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. முதல்ல வந்து என்னன்னா நம்மளுக்கு வந்து ஸ்பேஸிங்கை மாற்றி போடுறது, டேட்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஷோயிங்கை மாற்றி பண்ணுறது, இதுதான் விஷயமா இருந்துச்சு. ஆனால் இப்போ வந்து வேற லெவலில் போயிருக்கணும். அதில் ரொம்ப முக்கியமாக நான் சொல்லனா புவனேஸ்வரி, my disciple, my wonderful student, and I take her as my adopted daughter ன்னு தான் சொல்லணும். அவளைய அவ்வளவு நல்ல சயின்டிஸ்ட். அவள் வந்து யாருக்கிட்டையும் எதையும் எதிர்பார்க்க மாட்டா. பட் she does a dedicated work. நீங்கள் வந்து ஒரு டே நைட் உட்காந்து 24/7 ஒர்க் பண்ணாலும் அந்த ஸ்ட்ரெஸ்ஸை காமிக்காம such a wonderful அவளுக்கு பெர்மனன்சி கிடைக்காதால RA இருக்கா. பட் I never treat my RAs lesser than an assistant professor or equal to me தான் நான் ட்ரீட் பண்ணுவேன். I am really thankful to you Bhuvana for all your contributions. Not only that, அந்த செந்தில் ராஜாவை கண்ணில் காணுமே, செந்தில் ராஜா இருக்கீங்க, ஜீவானந்தம், நிறைய ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். நான் சொல்ல ஆரம்பிச்சேன்னா எனக்கு வேற ஃப்ளைட்டுக்கு டைம் ஆச்சு. அடுத்த ஜெகன் சார் வேற நான் முடிச்சுட்டு இருக்காரு, எப்படா முடிப்பான்னு பார்த்துட்டு இருக்காரு. ஸோ அதனால சார் சீக்கிரம் முடிச்சிடுறேன். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய பேர். அதே மாதிரி மாடலிங்கில் பூமிநாதன் சிட்டிங் ஹியர் இன்ஃபோகிராஃபில் நல்லா பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. அதே மாதிரி பெஸ்ட் அண்ட் டிசீஸ் மாடலிங்கில் செந்திவேல் அவர் நல்லா பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காரு. ஸோ அது கோகிலவாணி பற்றி சொல்லி ஆகணும். அவளை வந்து நான் ஒரு ட்ரைனிங் அனுப்பிச்சுட்டேன். பிரேசல் நினைக்கிறேன் இல்லையா, எங்க மாதிரி அந்த பிள்ளைக்கானோ பின்னாடி இருக்கீங்க, பிரேசல் அனுப்பிச்சுட்டேன். அதுலேருந்து வந்து இப்போ ஆஃப் ஷூட்டா ஷி ஹஸ் அப்டைன்ட் a big project, something around 90 lakh or 85 lakhs ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் கொண்டு வந்துட்டாங்க அதோட ஆஃப் ஷூட்டா. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி கிடைக்கிற ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸை கிராப் பண்ணி நல்லா வரணும். ஆர்த்தி ராணி ஸ்டில் ஷி வுட் லைக் டு கம் பேக் டு TNAU and do some work. அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஸ்பேஸ் கிரியேட் பண்ணலாம். இங்கே இப்போ கரண்ட் ஹெட் சத்யமூர்த்தி அவரும் நானும் வந்து ஒரு ட்ரைனிங் மேட்ஸ் ஐஎம்டியில் ஞாபகம் இருக்கா சத்யமூர்த்தி? 2 பேரும் ஒட்டுக்கா வந்து பாஸ் ஆகல, 1 மாதம் உட்காந்து அன்னைக்கு தான் அவருக்கு பொண்ணு வேற பிறந்துச்சு. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி டைம் பீரியட்ல இருந்து he is trying to dedicate himself in the agrometeorology. I'm sure in his tenure இப்போ இங்கே என்ன மாதிரி அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேட்டராக இருக்கிறவங்க நிறைய சயின்ஸ் பண்ணணுங்கிற அவசியம் கூட இல்லை, சயின்ஸ் பண்ணுறவங்கள என்கரேஜ் பண்ணாலே போதும். அந்த வகையில் சத்யமூர்த்தி இஸ் டூயிங் அ வண்டர்ஃபுல் ஜாப். அதே மாதிரி தீபாகரன் வந்து ஒரு பில்லர் ஆஃப் சப்போர்ட் டு அக்ரோ கிளைமேட் ரிசர்ச் சென்டர் தான் நான் சொல்லுவேன். ஏன்னா அக்ரோ கிளைமேட் ரிசர்ச் சென்டரில் எனி அக்ரோ கிளைமேட் இது வந்துச்சுன்னா டக்குன்னு ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஞாபகம் வர்றது தீபாகரன் தான். எங்கிட்ட நிறைய திட்டு வாங்குறதும் தீபாகரன் தான். ஸ்டார்டிங்கில் இன்னைக்கு காலையில் கூட வந்த 9 அவரை தான் கூப்பிட்டு சொன்னேன் நான் 9:20க்கு மேடம் ஜாயின் பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படின்னு சொன்னால் அப்படி கரெக்டாக நிற்கணும் அப்படின்னு நான் எதிர்பார்ப்பேன். சாரி காலையில் உங்களை டென்ஷன் படுத்தி உங்களுக்கு வர வச்சுட்டேன், டோன்ட் மைண்ட் இட். அண்ட் சச் எ டெடிகேட்டட் ஒர்க்கர் அகெயின். அண்ட் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் அவர் வந்து அந்த ஷேப்பிங் அப் ஆஃப் த திங்ஸ் டுவர்ட்ஸ் இன்டர்பிரிட்டேஷன் அவர் நிறைய ஒர்க் பண்ணுறாரு. அந்த இன்டர்பிரிட்டேஷனை இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ஸ்ட்ராங் ஆகணும். அதுக்கு ஏதாவது கெப்பாசிட்டி பில்டிங் வேணும், டெஃபினட்டாக எங்கே வேணாலும் போங்க, பில்ட் யோர் கெப்பாசிட்டி அண்ட் கம் பேக். பிகாஸ் நீங்கள் எல்லாம் தான் வந்து எங்கள் லெவலில் இப்போ நாங்கள்லாம் வந்து வெளியே போகும்போது நீங்கள்லாம் தான் அந்த லெவலை எடுத்துகிட்டு போகணும். உங்களுக்கு கீழே வர்றவங்களுக்கு எல்லாத்துக்கும் நீங்கள் சப்போர்ட் பண்ணணும், நீங்கள் வந்து ட்ரெயின் பண்ணணும். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் ஒவ்வொரு வகையிலும் கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணி சின்னதாக, அதாவது ஒரு குழந்தை வளர்ற மாதிரி தான் நாங்கள் வந்து பிறக்கும்போது கூட இருந்தோம் இந்த டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டு. அது மாதிரி 25 இயர்ஸ் வளர்ந்த போது இப்போ இந்த சில்வர் ஜூப்ளி கொண்டாடுறது ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்குது. தேங்க்ஸ் டு கோவிந்தராஜ். அவர் வந்து எனக்கு இன்னொரு 25 வருஷம் என்னோட லைஃப்பை வந்து எக்ஸ்டெண்ட் பண்ணி கொடுத்துட்டாரு. ஏன்னா நான் கோல்டன் ஜூப்ளிக்கு அவரும் நானும் சேர்ந்து வருவோம்னு சொல்லி ஒரு ப்ரிடிக்ஷன் கொடுத்துட்டாரு. இன்னொரு 25 இயர்ஸ் நான் ஹேல் அண்ட் ஹெல்த்தியாக நிற்பேன் அப்படிங்கிறது என்னை விட அவருக்கு ரொம்ப பெரிய ஒரு நம்பிக்கை இருக்கு. நான் அந்த நம்பிக்கையை காப்பாற்ற ட்ரை பண்ணுவேன் கோவிந்தராஜ் சார். அண்ட் டெஃபினெட்லி ஃபார் ஈச் அண்ட் எவ்ரி ஒன் whom I have not mentioned, நிறைய பேர் கண்டப்படுறாங்க. வள்ளல் கண்ணன் உட்கார்ந்து இருக்கிறாரு, நான் என்ன சொல்லவே இல்லைன்னு நினைக்கிறாரு. மீனாட்சி உட்கார்ந்துருக்காப்புல. மீனாட்சி கூட வந்து எங்கள் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் வந்து அந்த நீங்கள் ஒரு 2 இது கிளைமேட் கண்ட்ரோல் டொமேட்டோவில் ஒர்க் பண்ணார், யூஎஸில் ட்ரெயின் ஆகி வந்தார். அதை வச்சு தான் அவரை இன்வைட் பண்ணோம். கிரேட் பயோடெக்னாலஜிஸ்ட். நம்ம செந்தில் கிளைமேட் ரெசிலியன்ட்ல ஏகப்பட்ட ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காரு. அவரை வச்சு தான் வந்து ட்ரிபிள் டாலரண்ட் ஜீன் எல்லாம் கிரியேட் பண்ணி அதை வந்து இன்டெக்ட் பண்ணி நிறைய விஷயங்கள் போயிட்டு இருக்கு. ஸோ இட்ஸ் ஆல் அ கலெக்டிவ் விஸ்டம், கலெக்டிவ் ஒர்க். அதே மாதிரி விபி டீம் வந்து கிளைமேட் மிட்டிகேஷன் சொல்ல முடியாது, எப்படி சொல்றது, கிராப் இன்சூரன்ஸ் அதுலலாம் வந்து they are working. நம்ம அது வந்து இட்ஸ் பிகமிங் ஒன் ஆஃப் தி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஏரியா இன் கிளைமேட் சேஞ்ச் ரிலேட்டட் இஷ்யூஸ். நான் சப்ஜெக்ட் இன்னைக்கு பேசவே இல்லை, சப்ஜெக்ட் பேசுறதுக்கு ஜெகன் சார் விட்டு கொடுத்துறேன். நான் ஸ்டோரி டெல்லிங்க்கு மட்டும் நான் வந்துட்டேன். ரியலி I'm very happy to see each and every one of you. Great to see all of you here in this function. At this particular point, I would like to inaugurate the climate resilient kind of a center of excellence for climate resilient agriculture. It's a wonderful experience. It's a hard work of 4 years. நான் டைரக்டர் கிராப் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்டாக இருக்கும்போது இதை வந்து ஃப்ளோட் பண்ணி இதை வந்து செவரல் லெவல்ஸில் ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்ணி அட் ஒன் பர்டிகுலர் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் டைம் பாவம் இவங்க இத்தனை கஷ்டப்பட்டு நம்மளை பிடிச்சி ஒரு மாதிரி அடிச்சு வாங்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க, கொடுத்துருவோன்னு டிஎஸ்டி வேறு வழியே இல்லாமல் நம்மளுக்கு சப்போர்ட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. We have to now prove ourselves that we can do anything that is given to us in a very proper way. So in the climate resilient villages, இன்னைக்கு இந்த ஒர்க் ஷாப் இஸ் வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். எதனால நான் சொல்றேன்னா இதில் நம்ம 385 climate resilient villages கொண்டு போகிறோம். It's not mere demonstration. It is going to make the entire village climate resilient. Taking that as a model, that blocks should grow into a climate resilient, that districts should grow into climate resilient, and finally the entire Tamil Nadu should stand first in the states among all the other states to say proudly that our state is climate resilient. We can just face any type of climate hazards. So that is what is the end point that we expect today. I request all of you to be very seriously discussing all the items that we are envisaging today, and then come out with a solid kind of a document that we will be submitting to DST, and we will use that as a roadmap for creating climate resilience in 385 villages. Again, I proudly declare and open the Center of Excellence activities in Tamil Nadu Agricultural University. I am sure you all will cherish and you all will have the fruits of this particular program. My heartfelt thanks to my Guru, Dr. T.N. Balasubramanian sir, though he was not able to be present here, and all the heads of the department who have led the department, the DST team starting from Anita Gupta madam and also Swati Jain and Sushila Nagi, who were present online and gave their insights. My special heartfelt thanks to my dear Jagan sir for all his contributions to TNAU, but continued contributions even now today. Thank you so much to everyone.
Thank you, ma'am, for your mesmerizing words as always. Now, we request our ma'am to launch the launching of disease support systems for crop disease. We can send the region and crop specific plant protection advisory to farmers based on the weather forecast.
Important aspect, and they decided to start the meteorology department, and they have taken to ACRC. And so madam, actually we are the first beneficiary, we can say, because whatever the contribution from the ACRC not only benefited within the region of Tamil Nadu, even because when we conduct a program, we use all your material resources. Yes, we used to invite a resource person from your department, from the TNAU, and a participant from across the country, they used to benefit. Not only within the country, and also we used to conduct international program. The participants from the African, Asian countries, they used to come, and they also get a lot of enthusiasm, and they benefit out of the whatever the forecasting model and the climate resilient technologies which you have developed. So we are the first beneficiary. In fact, the entire country has benefited because of the research outcome from this center. And also many people are talking about the madam's dynamism, and madam has impressed so much in the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, and they have sanctioned actually under National Mission on Natural Farming, out of 14 Center of Excellence in Natural Farming, they designated DNA as one of the important Center of the Excellence in Natural Farming. And we also trained around 70,000 ACRCs, out of which 10,000 ACRCs have been trained on natural farming by TNAU alone. So almost out of 70,000, 10,000 has been contributed by the TNAU. And also even right now, they very recently, last week itself, the Ministry of Agriculture requested TNAU to conduct training for the natural farming for the officers from the Kerala. So right now there are around 40 officers are participating. That means university not only benefiting within the region of Tamil Nadu, and also contributing to the other neighboring states also. So madam was recalling all the contribution from the farmer vice chancellors and heads of the department, and all the right from the observators. That is the quality of the leaders, and I hope madam, actually I sincerely thank all the contributors, because whatever the ACRC developed today at this stage, it is because of the each and everyone has contributed to this level, and always the TNAU is the forerunner and guide for entire country, because madam was also telling by seeing this, the many states have started the ACRC. And now some 385 climate resilient villages will be developed. And when we conducted a program for the international organization, they were also requesting managed to help to establish like Papua New Guinea and many other African countries. They wanted to establish climate resilient villages. Definitely, we will be looking for advice and guidance from the TNAU in future for establishing some international, supporting international organization for establishing climate resilient villages. I hope the last 25 years, a lot of contribution, a lot of models, techniques have been developed. Now, with this experience and expertise, I think the next 25 years it will be contributing in a bigger way with the guidance of Madam and also all the senior professors and all the student fraternities. With this, because of the time constraint, and I take this opportunity once again to congratulate and also thank for their contribution. Thank you very much.
Madam, ready in front. Okay. Sir, ready.
Memento to Dr. P. Goviland, sir. Memento,
Sir,
Dr. N. Balasubramanian, sir. Memento to our beloved Dr. S. Ramanan, sir.
Good morning, friends on the dais and off the dais. I am also extending a morning to the online people who are in online. And I think Ketalashmi ma'am has reduced my job, made my job easy. எதையுமே எனக்கு சொல்கிறதுக்கு இல்லாமல் எல்லாத்தையும் சொல்லிட்டாங்க அவங்களே. That is one of the important issue. So I little bit about myself alone I will deal and I will go ahead with that. First thing when I was, I need to thank Dr. G.S. Kannayam who have initially deputed me to Israel for learning crop weather model, which made me to turn my interest towards meteorology, agricultural meteorology otherwise. Then I was, after that, I was transferred to the Department of Agricultural Meteorology then. At that time, Dr. T.N. Balasubramanian was guiding me, and he deputed me to Pune, IMD Pune, where to get training on agricultural meteorology 1 month. I am only single person attending the training throughout India, only one person. And for me, they took the classes, all the people have took the classes, and that is an exposure to agricultural meteorology. That thing, my interest started growing because one of my assistant professor, at that time I was professor, he has refused to share even one photograph he had. So that is my turning point in agricultural meteorology. So I search myself, got all books, agricultural meteorology books, Xerox, all it is with me till date. So I started reading all those books and get all the information from them. And the modeling work I started just because IITM, Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, has reluctant to share their data on climate change. So we need to study how the climate change impact our crop using our crop simulation model. For that we need climate change data. For future scenarios we need. So at that time, because of their reluctance, I started learning myself, and we started in our university, we started purchasing computer cluster, and we started the downscaling work, and not only downscaling work, we also started a crop weather forecast using National Center for Environment Prediction outputs. So that is the point from which we started learning. So In that case, we also included, apart from crop simulation model, we have included in our syllabus the climate downscaling as well as weather forecasting as a course. So I think it will continue, and I hope it will be continued for in future so that our people will learn. And third thing is because Getalashmi told about the involvement. No, I say not involvement, it's a commitment by Veerabhadran here as an observer. From him I learned that the commitment, observation commitment is important in any field, especially in meteorology. If observation is wrong, everything will go wrong. Because I was once told by an international center who assimilate the weather data from various locations throughout the globe, they used to assimilate, and he easily find out who is doing wrong. That means that he is not doing the observation correctly, he is giving a focus data. And they try to find out and omit those data from their assimilation. That is how, but if you take Veerabhadran as such, never, even if there is some mistakes in the instrument, he will find out and tell us so that we will rectify or we make alternate arrangements for it. That is how the commitment should be there, and that is my request to all the generations here. To commit yourself and doing things, sharing things is important. So many times currently some of the professors who are in line, they know things, but they don't share with the people. That I have noticed many times, like one of my assistant professors did. If he is not, somebody will help me. So people don't think like that. So when you share your information, then other people know, you will try to learn more and more. Because you want to surpass them. That means, அவங்களுக்கு மேல நீங்க இருக்கணும்னு எப்போ நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்கணும். அப்போ உங்களை அறியாம நீங்க நிறைய கத்துக்கணும்னு நினைப்பீங்க. அது மாதிரி தான் என்னுடைய லைஃப்ல எல்லாமே Getalakshmi also mentioning about it. Because I told her many times, even my students, I learned from even 10-year-old boy, 12-year-old boy. That is my, by their doing or by asking, I will get the information. Even many of the modeling work, still today I am getting information even from my students. I don't hesitate to ask my students to provide me this information, that information, like that. So similarly, one of my PhD students, I did the adjudication of the thesis, and he started helping me till days. He is helping me with the data. He is working in foreign country. He is providing the data they generated at high resolution, the observer data. So they are providing. That means this is like a give and take policy, like that. I get the information. So, and whatever the development regarding that, I think Dr. Getalakshmi has extensively covered each and every head of the department as well as every persons involved in the department. So I merely thank Dr. S. Kanayan, Dr. T.N. Balasubramaniam, and those who worked along with me, like Dr. Getalakshmi and other scientists, Dr. Rajendran, Dr. Satyamurthy, Dr. Philip Sridhar, all those who were with me during my 5.5 years of HODship in that. During my tenure as started by Dr. Getalakshmi, we started the Department of Agriculture Meteorology, converted the Department of Agriculture into Agroclimate Research Center. Especially young generation, kindly share your information with others, then only it will spread, and you will also get activated, motivated working. like that it happened. So people are even, we did work for the university day and night. So you may not be knowing that myself and Rangarajalam, who was assistant professor of horticulture, that we worked day and night to develop an admission software, which was being utilized for about, I think about 10 years it was utilized without any money spent by the university. Now I think the university is spending about 60 lakhs, not less than 60 lakhs for the same thing. So there are dedicated people available with the university, but university has to utilize those people so that the university gets benefited. In this context, I thank the university and all the department people, starting from head of the department and all other assistant professors involved and professors involved in the department for inviting me for this Silver Jubilee function. And I congratulate also for the achievement, that means for receiving funding from DST for the Center of Excellence, Climate and Disaster Resilient Agriculture. So that time we are trying Center of Excellence. So advanced center like that we were trying, but we are not able to achieve it. At least finally we get the Center of Excellence, and with the experience, I think our team will go ahead with getting funds more and more. And I wish, as Dr. Kotraj said, I wish it will grow and it will achieve golden jubilee and fun. Once again, I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Ananda.
Thank you, sir, for your aspiring and inspiring words.
Research Center, that is Silver Jubilee Celebration, DST, COE launch and national workshop of climate resilient villages. First of all, first and foremost, I must thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor for presiding this function and for her inspiring words, and this words set tone for our discussions for this forthcoming this national workshop. And I extending my deep gratitude to our mentor, our Dr. Jagannath sir, Vice Chancellor Periyar University, Salem, for delivering special address, and he has given so many. He has laid a strong foundation to make this conference a successful one. And a special and sincere thanks to Anida Gupta, advisor and head chess division and DST GOI division of New Delhi, and as well as Sridhar Jain and other people from DST group. And I extend my heartfelt gratitude to N. Balasubramanian sir, managed Hyderabad, for his gracious presence, as well as delivering our climate smart technologies. It will be highly useful for the forthcoming discussion. And my special thanks to Dr. Ramanan sir for his esteemed presence and being part of this function. And my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Govindaraj sir, SBI Director, for his special address, as well as his felicitation address. Further, I am proposing vote of thanks for our previous professor and guests, Dr. Balasubramanian sir, that is founder head of the agriculture meteorology, Dr. N. Maragana madam, Dr. Satyamurthy sir, Dr. Panil Selvam, of encouragement and support. And I would express my gratitude to our Director Crop Management, our Balasubramanian sir, for their constant and moral support in organizing this workshop successfully. Our own staffs of Agroclimate Research Center, DCM and other peoples from ODL for their commitment in organizing this function and conducting this function very successfully. The collective effort will be undoubtedly helpful as in mission to create climate resilient villages or climate resilient technologies that will helpful to the farmers of Tamil Nadu. Thank you one and all for their august presence as well as felicitation and keynote addresses. Thank you, sir.